Welcome. Today we explore, how does ChatGPT actually work? Let's play a quick game. When you read the sentence, "I love eating," what naturally pops into your head to finish it? You might instantly think of pizza, or apples, or maybe tacos. But you probably wouldn't think to finish it with the word car, and you definitely wouldn't finish it with laptop. Your brain instinctively knows which words make sense together. This is exactly what is happening when you type a prompt into an AI like ChatGPT. Although it feels like it is thinking, or reasoning, or writing a passionate story from its artificial soul, it is actually doing something much simpler. At its absolute core, an AI text generator is just playing an incredibly advanced game of guessing the next word. So, how does a computer decide what comes next? It uses probabilities. Whenever the AI reads incomplete text, it takes everything it has ever learned from the entire internet and assigns a percentage score to every single word in the English language. Let's look at our previous example. If the sentence is "I love eating," the AI checks its massive database. It says, well, historically, when people say they are eating something, there is an 80% chance they are talking about food, like pizza. However, there is only a tiny 5% chance they would joke about eating a car. And there is practically a 0% chance they are going to say laptop. The AI acts like a mathematical referee. It looks at all the scores, rejects the lower numbers, and locks in the word with the highest probability. By choosing pizza, the AI didn't use human intuition. It just picked the mathematical winner. Now, predicting one word is cool. But ChatGPT can write entire essays. How does it do that? It does it by repeating that exact same guessing game, over and over, one word at a time. This is a process known as autoregressive generation. Let's slow it down and watch it happen live. If you prompt the AI with "I," it looks at the most common verbs that follow "I" and predicts the word love. Then, it takes the newly formed sentence, "I love," and feeds the entire thing back into its brain. It calculates the math again, and predicts eating. Then, it takes "I love eating," runs the math purely on that new phrase, and predicts pizza. Finally, it takes "I love eating pizza," looks for the most common logical conclusion, and predicts a period. Every single word is a brand new calculation. It builds sentences block by block, constantly updating its own math every time a new word is added to the chain. It is beautifully repetitive. However, language is rarely that simple. A single word can completely change the meaning of a sentence. This brings us to context. Watch what happens if we change just one word from our example. Instead of "I love eating," what if the sentence starts with "I love driving"? Before, the word car had a miserable 5% chance of being selected because nobody eats cars. But the moment the AI reads the word driving, the mathematical odds shift drastically. The probability of pizza collapses to almost zero. Meanwhile, the probability of car rockets up to 99%. This is how advanced AI models seem so intelligent. They don't just look at the last word you typed. They look backwards at all the surrounding context words within the sentence, the paragraph, and even your entire chat history, so that their mathematical predictions shift realistically. Before we wrap up, there is one technical secret you need to know. We keep talking about predicting words, but AI doesn't actually process whole words. Instead, it breaks text down into smaller chunks called tokens. Sometimes a token is a whole word, like cat. But for longer words, a token might just be a small chunk of letters. If the AI encounters the word running, it will slice it directly in half into two separate tokens, run and ning. Slicing text into these tiny Lego blocks makes processing vastly more efficient, allowing the AI to understand common prefixes and suffixes without wasting memory storing millions of giant words. So, the next time you open up a chatbot interface and watch it furiously type out a response, or whenever your phone's keyboard magically suggests the perfect next word to finish your text message, you know exactly what is happening under the hood. There is no magic. Just a brilliant mathematical system, predicting the future, one tiny token at a time. Thanks for watching. If you found this visual deep dive helpful, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel.